Greetings and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the high-grade Iron-Blooded Orphans Gundam Astaroth and Gundam Astaroth Rinascimento. And I feel like I'm going to butcher that name a lot. I don't know how it's pronounced. So for the rest of the video, I'm going to be calling it Rina. And so starting off, we're going to be taking a closer look at the Gundam Astaroth. And I first got this kit a long while back. And one thing that I noticed about this kit a lot is the asymmetrical aspect to it. Now, clearly, if you don't know the lore about this Gundam, it has, well, I don't know if this is accurate to the Astaroth itself, but I do have the Rina's blurb thing about the info. I would show the Astaroth, but it's all in a different language and there's no English. So here's information of the Rina and information about the pilot. Of course, you can pause the video to take a closer look at that. And so if you're not into asymmetrical kits, this might not be for you. Just a heads up. So one thing that I want to note, that I want to talk about first, is the arm. The arm is completely, it's off of, so how this kit is put together, it's basically found in a scrapyard, or not scrapyard, in a market, and it didn't have all of its original armor pieces and things like that. So over time, it was rebuilt and used parts off of different mobile suits, which is why it has such an asymmetrical aspect. So here is the left arm, and I believe it's called the shield arm and subknuckle. I'm reading off of the Rina. I don't think it's called the subknuckle. I think that's for a different shield arm. Yes. You just have this shield. You can adjust it from one spot higher or one spot lower for more range and protection, I assume. The Astaroth also comes with a knife, and also this movable hand and fingers and thumb. These are all ball joints, except, well, the wrist is not. It only goes up and down. And giant fist. That's all I have to say about it. I'm not, whenever it comes to making videos, I'm not that well educated on the lore or anything behind the kit. I just want to review the kits themselves. So I do have a lot of these IBO frames, and they are quite a unique design. So moving on next, you do have well, I guess let's take a look at the head. I should have started with the head first, but that is the close-up of the head. It does have those safety marks still on it. Some kits, I keep them on because I kind of it kind of helps the look, in my opinion. But that's my personal choice. You don't have to keep them on, but it's something that I do sometimes, depending on the kit. So you have of course, you have the top section, blue, red cockpit. I think that's the cockpit, actually. I don't know if it's here or like here, but it does have like decently nice vents. There are stickers up on top here and here, and of course you have eye stickers, stickers for the eyes. I don't remember, but I think they might be separated on the sticker sheet. I'm not 100% sure. I don't remember. But I think I don't know if that's a sticker or not. If it'll focus. This red piece, I don't think that's I think it might be. I'm not actually sure. It's been a while since I built this kit. And of course you have this pretty normal arm. If it focuses. Yeah, you have this pretty normal arm. Standard. And this rifle as well. Nothing much to it, just two pieces slapped together. Been having throat problems all day. Moving down, you do have these thrusters. I would say, oh no, I haven't moved these in a while. So the reason that this one is kind of like stuck is because I kind of glued them. Of course it still rotates, but these over time are super kind of they're very loose. So I kind of glued them. So I mean, it doesn't really, the glue that I used it's fine. You do have a joint here as well, and it goes up. Something fell off, the crotch piece fell off. But it does go up. Without the arm, it can do a full 360. And the joints, it can do the full splits. Back that far, forward that far. And double jointed knee bend. You do have the asymmetrical legs. This is during the time that it's like in the process of being put together or rebuilt. And you have everyone knows about the iconic ankle tilt, the insane ankle tilt. It can do a full 360. I'm pretty sure. I haven't tried it. You do get a ball joint up here as well. And some toe bend. This entire foot is blue. You get stickers for this part and this part. As well as stickers on the thrusters again. On the side skirts. Also, you do get separating front skirts. I don't recommend cutting them though, because it's kind of a hassle to, because they're so small. They kind of like, if you move them out of the way, like it'll just kind of be a mess in my opinion. So I don't really recommend cutting them because they're so small. It's kind of just easy to just flip them up like that whenever you need to. It doesn't really make much of a difference in my opinion when they're like cut or uncut. So I just leave them together. If the side skirts were bigger, then I would cut them. And you do have this signature weapon, which I believe is called the demolition knife, which I don't know why they call it that. It's very large for a knife, but it does open like that, and you press it together, and it just clips like that. I think something like you would see on the Gundam 00 Sky, I think, from Build Divers. You also get this rotating joint up here and a folding out handle. And one thing you might have noticed is that this kit is not, it's not straight built. It is panel lined, and after doing it, I really recommend doing it because there is so much like detail you can put onto these if you just fill in the lines. And that just tabs into the back. Sorry about my throat. But there is the Gundam Astaroth. And the main reason that I wanted to make this video is because of the Rina. The Gundam Astaroth Rinascimento. Now, this kit is probably my favorite version of the Astaroth. Of course, you do have the Astaroth Origin, which is honestly my most favorite. But I don't have that kit currently. But speaking of, well, I will get to the Astaroth parts later. But here is the upgraded shield on the shield arm. I believe this or this is called the sub knuckle. Yes, this is called the sub knuckle right here. As you see, one thing that I'm not really into is the hand design. It's called a sub knuckle, so I'm assuming this is like an extra hand. But with the way it looks, it kind of doesn't look like a hand. I kind of hope that maybe they would have made a joint out of there somewhere. But the shield is interesting because of how large it is, and the way that it attaches, it kind of sucks when putting it into the hand, because I just knocked the camera. You would have to, the hands are of course the classic, rip the back off the hand, and just tab it over like sandwich style. But getting it around the handle, I'm sorry, you're not even looking at it. Getting it around the handle and around that, like, you have like limited space to actually try and put that together. And of course you have the peg that pegs into the arm. The arm itself is completely the same as the Astaroth back there, but the shield is what's new. I might have to turn the lighting off on the right here, because I noticed it's casting a big shadow. I haven't noticed that in like previous videos though. And this is something I don't like seeing with this arm. Something about this arm, it just, you peg the shoulder on, and then you, I think it's more common you just hold the shoulder and press it on, and you shouldn't do that. It could break the C-clip joint. So I guess just peg the arm back on, and then put the shoulder armor back on. Now, one thing about this kit is that the head is now asymmetrical, not just the arms and the legs. I'm not sure why this has been done. Of course, it's probably something to do with the lore of it being built together and back to normal. But yeah, you do get this longer horn. The head overall is pretty much the same. And I did cut off the safety for this side of the horn. I don't remember what that looked like with it on, but there it is without it. And of course, you got a new chest. Overall, you have a new body, honestly. I don't think anything up of this kit is from the Astaroth, except for the arm, because the shoulder here is completely new. It has a joint up here to hold the what is it called? Shield arm. This is the shield arm. I think I called that the shield arm. I think that might be very wrong. I don't have the manual for that one with me, but yeah. So you do get like an entirely new arm for this side. You do get the same exact rifle that came with the Astaroth, and this arm right here, it's just a peg. And again, you do get another sub knuckle in here, is what it looks like. It's the exact same build as the other, or as the sub knuckle. But yeah, this is not very. It's interestingly shaped, but also it's like double jointed here as well. You have a joint here that goes that far, and you have another joint that doesn't really go that far due to limitations, but there is a joint here, C-clip joint here, and inside of here. It never focuses. But this is a ball joint as well. It's something I forgot to mention. It's the exact same as the sub knuckle. Just a ball joint. It's an interesting weapon, or sub arm. I'm gonna assume it's just a sub arm. You also do get articulation up here, and you also get another hole up here, which is where the arm attached to. So technically, one thing that I have noticed about the Astaroth and the Rena is that a lot of the things in both of these kits can be built. It can be built symmetrically if you have enough parts, because okay, we'll get to the extra parts later. I guess I just want to talk about them. But you do get new armor, of course. You get a holster for the rifle. You get 2 knives, short knives, and they also holster together. One thing that I noticed about this is that, oh yeah, the holsters do attach by ball joints as well. One thing that I noticed about this holster and the knives is that you can hold them in any way that you want, but the manual tells you to put it in like this. But you don't have to, and you can probably do something like this, which is probably, I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. But, so yeah, you can kind of like put those in any configuration, rotate them around or whichever way you want, as long as it holds in the holster. You also do get a new rear skirting armor. Yes, you do. You do get a new rear armor. And more asymmetry in the legs. Now, it looks like the legs have been further repaired. They look more symmetrical than the one over on the Astaroth. And, but still asymmetrical. The thigh armor is new, of course. Everything here is new. The heels on the back here are from the Astaroth. The exact same heels. But the toes, you do get articulation here, of course, and these are new. The molding here is new. So there's that, and you also get another demolition knife, as well as a bastard chopper. I think that's what this is called. And you also get a new backpack as well, attachment. So let's take a look at this new weapon here. You get articulation here, and you have a full-on Dine Slave that just goes here. And apparently, this is a sword, which is something I wasn't aware of. And you can actually attach this to the Dine Slave by removing this joint, fold out the handle, pull out the sword, push it in, and you can attach it like so, where the joints were. And that is the upgraded sword. It doesn't really look like a sword in my opinion, but they do call it a sword, I believe. In the manual, I believe they call it a sword, but yeah, you do get, so it's like a sword and a Dine Slave in one, which is honestly really nice. I do love the idea of a Dine Slave, so this is probably one of my favorite weapons of all time, or at least in Iron Blooded Orphans, it's one of my favorite weapons. Now, this video is already longer than I would like, but I still want to talk about the extra parts that you get, because the Rina is made, it's literally put together by, like, when you open the kit, you will find runners from the Astaroth origin, and of course the own runners for the Rina. For the extra parts, you do get Astaroth origin thighs. Of course, these are all going to be like recolored, but you do get Astaroth origin thighs, extra waist. You do get an extra hand in here for for like action poses, but you do have to remove the old hand armor and put it onto this one. There is another hand armor, but it's like for the other hand right on this side. It's not focusing. But so yeah, you get an extra hand, but you have to take off the previous hand armor and use that. You do have this joint piece from the Astaroth origin that attaches to the arm. You get a neck collar from the Astaroth, a knee armor for the Astaroth. You get more feet armor or feet parts from the Astaroth. You get a whole nother shield arm thing. And of course, again, like I said before, you can literally take off the joints, flip the fingers, put the thumb on the other side, and make it symmetrical. So you could technically take both of these arms and make your own custom with it, I guess, because it is basically the exact same. You get another backpack piece, as well as more rear thruster armor or parts from the Gundam Astaroth. You do get the Astaroth Origins heels in this kit as well. Of course, these are all like recolors, but you technically could build the entire Astaroth Origins feet as well, if you really wanted to. So there's a lot in here that you can make for a custom. You even get parts of the head. Like this one, this is part of the Astaroth Origins cheek. And you also get the Astaroth Origins Oni horns. I think those are Oni horns. And let's see here. You also get parts, armor parts, for the Astaroth Origins arm. And you also get basically a full chest piece from the Astaroth. Pretty much the exact same. Yeah, it's the exact same. And you also get the Rena, or I think the Astaroth Origin also uses this exact chest. So you do get a recolor of this as well. It's pretty much the exact same as the Rena and Astaroth Origin, just different colors. But those are all of the, well, there are more, but it's kind of like just extra body parts or parts from all over the body, like this crotch piece and like maybe some other parts. But yeah, that is my look at the high grade Astaroth and Astaroth Rinascimento. I do recommend these kits. These are really nice and especially really good for those who like panel lining and doing extra work on their kits. They're really great for customs as well, since you can mix, match, and swap and make a symmetrical kit that isn't the Astaroth Origin, even though the Astaroth Origin is pretty symmetrical. But yeah, there you have it. That's reaching 30 minutes, and I don't like that. So I'll see you guys in the next one, and have a good day, and I'll see you guys later.